Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my I'm going to try to be non-spoiler, but we'll get into a few little spoilers, so warning for that. For the final Naruto movie, The Last Naruto, the movie. Okay, so I finally got a chance to go ahead and watch the final Naruto movie with English subtitles because, the dub's not out yet or anything like that. And I wanted to give my thoughts on it, and I'll try to keep the spoilers at a minimum, but we may get into a few here and there as I'm describing the plot if you guys don't really know anything about the movie and what it is. Basically, it's, your final movie. Now, first of all, I want to say, I don't believe this is going to be the final Naruto movie. I'm positive it's not going to be. It's like saying the next Dragon Ball, Z movie, F with Frieza's return is going to be the final DBZ movie. No, it's not. And I'm sure with this one, even though they're calling it the final movie or the last Naruto the movie, I don't think it's going to be the last. That said, what it basically is, in my view anyway, is it's trying to kind of not really plug the time skip, but show us an important event that occurred during the time skip between manga chapters 699 and 700. So between those, the final time skip there of the Naruto manga series, we're getting to see these events that take place in this movie. And to sum it up, really what it is basically a love story, or showing us how Hinata and Naruto became a couple, became together. So it's probably the most romantic thing I've seen for Naruto so far. It's got the most romantic feel of anything, and I feel personally like the villain Toneri, Hamura, they're pretty much used in this movie as a plot device to create this kind of love story. That, for me anyway, that's the view I get from them. Granted, they're pretty decent villains. Definitely powerful. We get to see some really cool things in terms of epic scale. We get to see the moon and all kinds of awesome artwork. You get to see some pretty cool lightning cannon shots and all kinds of great fights you would expect to see with Naruto. And the art is on point for sure. I mean, it looks really, really good, getting to see all the action and fighting and different techniques that, there's enough of what we're used to, and then there's some new, added on things that we haven't seen that many times. You get into kind of the whole backstory of the Sage of the Six Paths and Hamura, and then this new villain character, who's our main villain, is Toneri, who, let's just sum it up really simply for anybody who is interested in what the actual story is. And this is why I say that the villain is basically a plot device to show this relationship between Naruto and Hinata. Pretty much what he wants to do is destroy the Earth. How original, right? Gonna blow up the Earth, gonna kill everybody on Earth, gonna destroy the Earth because it's not peaceful enough. Very, very similar to some of the villains we've had so far in Naruto, except instead of putting everybody to sleep, he just wants to kill everybody and then start over again. Reboot, undo, refresh, and start over. As part of that, he has chosen that he wants to have Hinata as his bride. Okay, so you guys know where this is going, right? She kind of plays this almost a damsel in distress, not entirely, but somewhat, because obviously she's very strong by herself. She's a great fighter and everything like that. However, emotionally, she's not always in the state to fight, and she gets initiated on. She gets, kind of captured, so to speak, and then set free, and then willingly gives herself over to save her sister. And you get this whole kind of storyline. I'm sure you guys have seen many things like it before. You've heard many things that are similar to it. The villain's a plot device to show the birth of this intimate relationship, or very close relationship, between Hinata and Naruto that we had kind of seen hints of prior, in the series, up to the time skip when we just straight up see them together, and what happened during that time. This movie kind of answers or highlights a part of that story that we had not previously seen. So for that, I liked it. I did. I liked it. I liked to see that kind of romantic, joining between the two and how that all took place. And they do it on a pretty epic scale with a pretty powerful villain, very epic. Maybe, should I say most powerful villain we've seen so far? I don't know. It's probably arguable. You could probably say so-and-so is maybe more powerful than him. I don't know. You know, sometimes Naruto, with the powers and with the different techniques and stuff, I feel like by the end of the series they get a little crazy. You know, they get a little over the top to the point where it's like, yeah, we're gonna blow up the moon, and then or the moon's gonna do this, and then you know, it's just craziness, right? All kinds of nuts craziness. So you know, now if it's the final movie, if it really is the last movie, am I satisfied with this as the final Naruto thing we're ever gonna see? I'm not. No, I wouldn't be satisfied with this saying this is the final end all be all. That's it. There's no more Naruto, and I don't believe that's going to be the case. Obviously, there's going to be the like a spin-off, you know, manga that's going to be starting. I believe I thought it was the springtime. I haven't heard anything recently, but I'll have to look into that of whether or not they're still going to do that, and you know when that's going to start, when it actually gets released and everything like that. So just to give my thoughts on this one. I liked it. A score, I would give it like an 8 out of 10. It's a good romance story, which is something that we haven't really had too much in Naruto. I like Hinata as a character. I like Naruto. I like how they're so polar opposites. You know, you have Naruto, he's loud, outspoken, you know, kind of goofy and nutty and silly and does all kinds of crazy things, not afraid to make mistakes, not afraid to just get in there and get hurt a little bit or do whatever he's got to do. Hinata is pretty much the opposite. Very timid, very reserved, not very outgoing, definitely not loud, definitely not obnoxious, you know, and always constantly worried and, you know, anxious of what she has to do. Like at the beginning when she is preparing, she's rehearsing to tell Naruto how she really feels about him, even though he probably should already kind of guess or kind of know. But I like how the movie plays off that, yeah, he's a little, Naruto's a little dense, so he doesn't always catch these things, especially when it comes to the romance. So I did like that. And especially the last couple minutes of the movie, I really liked. I really felt like it was touching to people who loved the story all the way through and wanted to see, you know, Naruto and Hinata together. So that's what I can do for you guys for my review. That's about all I can say, is that it's decent, it's good. I hope it's not the final thing we get. I don't think it will be. And if it is, I don't think it's satisfying as the final story. But you guys know how these movies are. You know, you have a villain come in and then out at the end of the movie. Most of the time it doesn't coincide with anything in the actual manga itself. This time you could say that it does. You could say that this fits in canon. And I don't think many people would disagree with you that it could fit in canon. As part of that time skip of the story. So I feel like it's legitimate. You know, it's not just thrown out there crap. It's pretty good. So let me know what you guys thought about it if you got a chance to watch Naruto, the last movie. You know, what you think the future holds for Naruto, if anything, or do you think it's just going to go away? I don't think it will. I think it's going to be one of those like DBZ where, you know, even if it's the actual running show or manga isn't being released, I feel like they'll still be releasing content for it. You know, you'll still have video games probably constantly. You'll have some movies here and there, like what they've been doing with DBZ lately. I just feel like Naruto, as a brand, as a movie, as a property, is not finished. I don't think it's done. I think we're going to see more of it. Let me know what you guys think. If you liked this sort of non-spoiler, and not too much spoiler, a few spoilers, not too much, video, go ahead and thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, you want to share it. If you've got a Facebook, click the share tool below. I would appreciate it. Helps the video out. If you want to favorite it, again, helps me out, keeps me doing what I'm doing. So that's it for this one, guys. If you're new to the channel, you want to subscribe. I do as many of these videos as I can. You know, there's only so much we can talk about with regards to Naruto and that. But, you know, if there's any new content for it, I will definitely be reviewing it, giving my thoughts on it. So if you want to subscribe, feel free to go ahead and do that. And that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you for the next video. As always, it's Trev, saying peace.